Okay, so James, we're here to talk about delivering TV-like advertising controls and experiences in the CTV space. What kinds of controls are TV businesses looking for in the CTV space?
To understand the difference between traditional linear television and CTV streaming and how ad breaks are built, I want you to think of what it takes to buy and sell an ad break on traditional linear television. So in that case, a broadcaster already knows the content, the schedule, and the potential audience that's going to be served. And they work with the marketer to determine what the marketer is comfortable serving within. So they put together their do not air list, and then they work on competitive separation. So the marketer tells the publisher which other brands they're comfortable being served adjacent to. In CTV, it's different because it's built on the same pipes as programmatic, right? So the controls are completely different and a lot more limited. So you don't have the content being sent downstream always, so you don't know the content title, you don't know what you're being served next to. You don't have the controls. The marketer can't say who they're comfortable being served next to and who they're not being served next to. So right now, as it stands today, those are the two main differences between traditional linear television and CTV when it comes to ad break buying.
So technically, just to boil it down, why is it so hard to create a TV-like experience in the CTV space?
It's difficult to create a TV-like experience in CTV streaming because everything is built on the display infrastructure, right? So a publisher never needed to have the same level of controls in display publishing as they do in CTV.
We've talked about the problems. I think your argument is that it's now changing, that we are seeing the ability to introduce those kinds of controls coming into the CTV space. And that's exciting. It means that we can have the best of TV and the best of digital in one funky medium.
So we will have the best of both worlds. We'll have the best of CTV and addressability and precise targeting. And in the near future as an industry, I think that we're going to be able to give a marketer the same controls that they've had for competitive separation and do not air list that they've gotten used to within traditional linear television.
So one of the benefits I think you're seeing in the streaming space is that publishers can control monetization in a different way. And I know you've been talking a lot at the moment about revenue per second as a kind of interesting way of thinking about your inventory and yield management. Why is it so important and interesting?
CPM per second is built natively into the Publica ad server, and it's really important because a publisher is selling airtime. They're not selling individual ad slots. A 15-second opportunity is not the same value as a 30 or 45-second opportunity. A publisher needs to make sure that each level in the bid stream, each DSP, each SSP that they work with, and especially their ad server is also taking that into account, because otherwise every layer that's not doing that is costing the publisher money.
So I think you now are pretty convinced that there are really clear practical ways for streaming publishers to grow revenue from ad breaks, right? When you put it all together, what kinds of opportunities do you see for them to really shift the dial?
Honestly, I think that a publisher needs to take a lot of this into their own hands, right? Take fate into their own hands when it comes to their revenue. I don't think that they should inherently trust all of their partners to maximize their revenue for them. A publisher needs to ask all of their partners, are you making sure that you're selling airtime and not individual ad slots? Are you thinking innovatively on yield? Do you have yield management tools? Do you have forecasting tools? Do you have granular reporting? So putting all of those tools into a publisher's hands is really what everybody needs to be thinking of going into 2024 so that we can all think about maximizing a publisher's revenue.
James, thank you very much.
Thank you, John.